Oh, man.
All right, perfect. Look at him over there.
I'll start to sit back a little bit. Oh, man.
Oh, well, yeah, TB and Carlton. Do you need us to count you in or anything, Aaron? Or are you already on? To a close. From that moment on, the mission was clear. Whatever it takes, no matter what, find a way back to those semifinals, find a way through those semifinals to the championship game, and claw through that to earn a spot in the Kentucky State basketball tournament. Here tonight, Franklin Simpson has an opportunity to punch their ticket to a state tournament for the first time since 2009. As they take on a hungry Metcalfe County Lady Hornets team who's playing in the region championship game for the first time since 1992, seeking their first ever girls basketball Region 4 championship. I'm Tyler Eaton, joined here courtside inside Diddle Arena by Tavia Spab. TB Franklin Simpson, they took the test of Barron County, what everybody saw on the outside looking in as the game in this region tournament. They drew each other on the same side of the bracket. Barron County led after one. They led at halftime. They had a 26-22 lead in that game with just over 5 minutes left to go and did not make another field goal as Franklin Simpson ended on a 19-3 run to win 41-29 and advance to tonight's championship game.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it all year long. You know, we had a conversation right before the broadcast on how I went to a random gas station in Franklin, and one of the first things I was told of somebody that didn't know who I was, man, these Lady Cats defense is just crazy. And that has really become the identity of this Lady Cat team. I mean, you have it here, ranked in Kentucky, they are third in defense and points allowed per game. This team is phenomenally defense, and then that defense translates to offense, and what we've seen, a great efficiency showing as we're ranked 34th in the state, shooting 42% from the field.
National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away. When we come back, we continue to dive into this matchup, the region championship game between Franklin Simpson and Metcalfe County here on 92.3 WFKN.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Hi, my name is Ellison Wolhite and I'm playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid. We wanted to invite you on a magical adventure under the sea. Come see Franklin Simpson High School's production of The Little Mermaid March 21st through the 23rd at the FSHS PAC. You'll meet all my friends Flounder, Sebastian, and even that wicked sea witch Ursula. We'll sing, dance, and take you on an unforgettable journey. Pre-sale tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for students. So what are you waiting for? Come be part of our world and make a splash with The Little Mermaid.
Lowest number that Barron County has been held to offensively this season. The Lady Cats winning their opening round game 58-33 against South Warren. Meanwhile, Metcalfe County, they, just like Franklin Simpson, ended their semifinal on a run. They went on a 13-2 run to beat Bowling Green 40-30 to advance to their first championship game since 1992 when they lost to Warren East in the title game, a team that was in part led by now head coach Heidi Coleman in her third season here at Metcalfe County. She's made the Region 4 semifinals at least in every season. She played for the Lady Hornets, was a sophomore on that 92 runner-up team. The next season, everybody else graduated. She stayed behind, was the Region 4 Player of the Year as a junior, and not to mention the star for this team, Metcalfe County, Cassidy London. Her mom played on that 1992 Region runner-up team. Meanwhile, the Lady Cats coming in have won 13 straight since their loss to Franklin County in the 2A tournament. They're seeking their first Region 4 title since 2009. And TB, for the Lady Cats offensively, it was all Larisha Cawthorn to start. She had the first 9 points of the game for the Lady Cats, and it became very clear very quickly that she was going to need help from somewhere else, and that came from Vanessa Ray, who finished the game with 11 points.
Yeah, I mean, she did a tremendous job coming along with Larisha. We saw early in the game, it was kind of a struggle for Franklin Simpson to generate good, consistent points, and I know we talked about it throughout the length of the game that we needed to see a run by this team, and part that run was due to Vanessa Ray really showing up and stepping up big. I remember a play of her driving down the right side of the lane, going in and playing bully ball, full head of steam with the and one, and I mean, I think her, Chloe Smith, that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes or so, they just really came along in this game and really played up to the level that we needed them to beat this Barron County team.
Chloe scored 8 in the second half after a scoreless first half. She's averaging 12 points per game over her last 8. She's second on Franklin Simpson with 12 double-digit performances. Vanessa third with 11. Larisha still led the way, 17 points, 17 rebounds. She had more rebounds than Barron County by herself. She had 17. The Trojanettes had 15. And nearly half of her rebounds offensive. TB, that was huge. The Lady Cats outscored Barron 14-0 on second chance points and ended up taking 15 more shots because of those rebounds and the turnovers forced.
And that's kind of been the calling card for this team, right? They outpace people by getting all those rebounds. They get so many more shots up. They create a lot of turnovers, and in this game it wasn't as a discrepancy as we're used to seeing, but nevertheless they were able to capitalize off those turnovers. Towards the latter half of the game, they started to run in transition a little bit more. And again, just in general on this team, when they're playing their best defensive basketball, that translates all of the offense for them.
And to your point, the turnovers were 8-8 at halftime, and Franklin only had 3 steals. They won 10-6 in the second half, had 7 steals, and ended up for the game scoring 20 points off turnovers and put on a defensive masterclass. Again, the 29, a season low for Barron County, who did not score for the final 13 minutes and change of that game as the Lady Cats hit the floor here inside Diddle Arena. A massive contingent behind us has painted at least half of Diddle Arena blue, but my goodness, Metcalfe County, I think the entire town of Edmonton has showed out for this game here tonight. The same might be said for Franklin. Diddle Arena packed out for both sides, both teams hungry to earn a trip to Rupp Arena. No team from 13th District, Franklin Simpson's district, has won this region since the Lady Cats did it in 2009. No team from the 16th District, where Metcalfe County hails from and has won 5 years in a row. No team from their district has won it since Russell County in 2017. Since that point, 2017, it's been 6 Bowling Green titles with a Barron County title wedged in 2019. This is just the second meeting between these two teams in the 2000s. In this tournament, Franklin Simpson won it 54-27 in the 2022 semifinals as they went on to their lone championship game before tonight, losing to Bowling Green. Ultimately, that was the year before Heidi Coleman took over at Metcalfe County, and she's come in here, TB, the last 3 years. She took over a team that had lost a lot of key pieces, and it really wasn't known what the Lady Hornets would turn out to be under her tutelage. They had 1 star left over in Cassidy London, who is now a senior first-team All-Region selection, averaging 14 points per game on the season, as she and the Lady Hornets of Metcalfe County get a roaring ovation from the opposite side as they hit the floor. London combines with 5'10 sophomore Josie Allen, both as all-region players. They're the clear top two on this team, both averaging around 15 points per game. Allen, an elite rebounder, averaging around 9 rebounds per game on the season. She's got 10 double-doubles, had one against Warren East in their controversial opening win that they got because of a lane violation call on a game-tying free throw with half a second left. Won the game by 1 against Bowling Green. Allen was by far their best player with 17 points and 9 rebounds. London, the threat from outside. She's made 63 pointers this season. 8 games, she's made at least 3 from deep. We talked about this with Shelby Bird of Barron County. Here we talk about it with 2 stars. Both of them have scored in double figures in all 5 of their losses. London is actually averaging 18.5 points per game when they lose versus 15 overall. So all of that to say, as good as those 2 are, if you're Franklin Simpson tonight, the task defensively is shut down everyone else.
Yeah, it's shut down everyone else. And I think to point out, and we're probably going to mention this throughout the broadcast, Cassidy London is probably going to get hers. She has been one of the best shooters, best players on this team. But again, I think the X factor for this team is a Josie Allen, who is playing with a torn ACL.
Yes, that she suffered in a win against Barron County in a game that she was by far the best player on the floor, part of an 11-game winning streak for this team. I mentioned Franklin has won 13 in a row since they lost in the 2A tournament to Franklin County. I think this is perfectly poetic for this game. Metcalfe County, they've won 11 straight games since they lost at the All-Aid tournament that was also played at the Owensboro Sports Center. And to your point, Allen has been their best player in this tournament. She's led them in scoring in both games, 29 points on 9 for 18 shooting, went 6 for 9 in the win against Bowling Green. Between her and not just her and London, it's an entire team thing. They're extremely efficient, TB. 42% shooting. Allen is probably their most efficient from all parts of the floor. And therein lies, if you're Franklin Simpson, your key to winning. You have to take away the easy looks. In their losses, they're shooting just 32%. That's 10% less than their normal average, under 40% in all of them. And unsurprisingly, their three-point percentage dips 8% in their losses versus overall. You cannot give up clean looks from deep to a team that on the season has shown that they can make them. They make 5 per game.
Yeah, and I think along with that, if you're Franklin Simpson, you can't get in foul trouble.
Yeah.
They kind of were flirting with that in the last game where they had multiple players in that 2 to 3 foul range. But for Franklin Simpson, as I'm drowned out by the roars of Franklin Simpson fans, if they can play within their fouls, not get into foul trouble, and really just, again, maximize the opportunities of creating turnovers and this Metcalfe team, they can really dip this percentage low for Metcalfe and really play with the lead and get that win.
Both teams are being announced, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. When we return, we bring you the starting lineups and get this one underway. That's 10 seconds for station identification here on 92.3 WFKN. I threw that as a curveball, Kendra, but I trust you. Shout out to Kendra Holt, the best producer in the state, for working with us on the fly as we get you this high-profile region championship game. Everybody, the talk all season long was Barron Franklin Simpson, Barron Franklin Simpson. We got that in the semifinals. And then in the regular season, Metcalfe County said, wait a minute, let us crash that party, as they beat Barron County in the regular season to put themselves firmly in this conversation of the best teams in the region. And now we end up with a matchup between the 13th district champions and the 16th district champions for the first time since at least 2017. One of these two districts are going to crash the party of the 15th and the 14th. Let's meet the starting lineups first for Metcalfe County at 27-5 on the season under third-year head coach Heidi Coleman. They're 18-2 against this region this year. Both of their losses to teams within their 16th district. The only senior on this roster is their 5'8" star guard, Cassidy London, averaging 15 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. She has not played well in this tournament, just 18 points on 5 for 20 shooting overall. Joining her in the backcourt is junior Aubrey Glass, number 21, averaging 7 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. And then junior Bree Jolly, who has been a wild card for this team. She averages 9 points per game, has made multiple three-pointers 5 times and double figures 16 times, but has also struggled in this tournament. Only 4 points against Warren East and 2 against Bowling Green. In the front court, Lily Blythe, the sophomore, number 20, averaging 5.7 points and 3 rebounds per game. And then the second team all-region selection that I would argue should have been first, Josie Allen, the 5'10 sophomore, playing on a torn ACL, has led them in scoring in both games of this tournament, a double-double in the opener against Warren East and a 17.9 rebound performance against Bowling Green in the semifinals. On the other side for Franklin Simpson, under fifth-year head coach Ashley Taylor, 112 wins to 26 losses in her career. This is her 100th game against a team in this region. She is 84-15 in the previous 99. 3 guards, 2 forwards. You know the senior backcourt. Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, Vanessa Ray, and then the best front court duo this region has to offer. 5'9 junior Chloe Smith and 5'11 senior Larisha Cawthorn, who transferred to Franklin Simpson after breaking the Lady Cats' hearts in the opening round of the 13th District Tournament. In 2023, she leads this team to the semifinals last year. Now a chance to head to Rupp Arena as we get this region championship underway from inside Diddle. Cawthorn wins the tip. Ray collects for Franklin Simpson. She blitzes right to the basket. Layup misses, and here comes Metcalfe County the other way. Loose ball on the floor, but the Lady Hornets control, and now they fire it into the right corner. Work it to the elbow, now left side it goes. Metcalfe County, you will see they work this ball around very quickly. Glass drives in, now sends it up top to Jolly. Guarded by Brown, cut off at the elbow. Spins through, flips up the layup and scores. It's Bree Jolly with the first basket of the game. Averaging 9.2 points, a 42% shooter from the field. And her Metcalfe County Lady Hornets lead it 2-0, 40 seconds in.
And you talked about the role players going to have to step up, and Bree Jolly hitting that first shot, getting the jitters out. It can look really promising for this Metcalfe team.
Jasmine Savage has it on the left side. She has not attempted a three-pointer in this tournament. She's Franklin Simpson's leader in threes made on the season as Vanessa Ray misses a right elbow jumper. Chloe Smith with the offensive rebound. Sends it outside to Brown. To Savage, her first try of the tournament. Missed short, and the rebound is knocked away. Brown was able to bat it from Josie Allen, but Metcalfe County collects anyways, and then they throw it away. Lily Blythe had broken free, but the pass was overthrown, and it goes back to Franklin Simpson on the turnover.
And, you know, I think for Franklin Simpson right now, they're going to have to settle into the game. Sometimes in these big games, teams really get into themselves. And so if you're Franklin Simpson, you slow it down a little bit, you run your set, don't allow the pressure to get to you, and get a good shot off first, and then start building the momentum from there.
Chloe has taken 8 shots in both games in this region tournament for Franklin Simpson after not taking any, 4 total, hardly any, it felt like, last year at the region tournament. Vanessa Ray gets another elbow jumper, this time drains it, and the Lady Cats have tied it up at 2 apiece. She and Chloe, we talked about, they're going to be the keys for Franklin Simpson. Cawthorn's going to give you what she does as Smith picks off a pass in transition. It's a 4-on-1. Leaves it for Nasia Nolan on the right side. Now she wraps around, sends it out to Savage. Back to Nasia on the right side. She hit that first time out only a minute and a half in, came in for Lanaya Brown. Clearly Franklin Simpson saw where they wanted her in, and she immediately goes to the basket, misses a contested layup, and the rebound is pulled down by Allen.
And we're seeing a lot of shot attempts by Franklin Simpson. Nothing to look bad on. Just as they keep on playing defense, they're going to have to make sure they rotate well.
Glass drives, fakes at the rim, got the first defender in the air, but Chloe Smith stayed put and forced the miss. Up ahead, perfect pass to Cawthorn. Layup misses long. What a pass from Smith, but Cawthorn couldn't finish.
And Coach Coleman is telling their team to slow it down.
Franklin Simpson's got it at their pace right now, but we're tied up at 2, 5.5 minutes left opening quarter. Wild pass down low, picked off by Ray. Vanessa brings it up the right side of the floor, beats the first defender again. Numbers for the Lady Cats to Savage, now back to Ray. Smith up top, fakes a 3 to Nolan, left corner 3. Got it!
What an unselfish play by Chloe right there. And again, a three-pointer that we haven't really seen this team shoot. That's their second three-point attempt of the game.
What a time to get your first three-pointer of the region tournament, huh? Down low. Nolan sealed off, missing the layup is Glass. She's frustrated after the fact, and Cawthorn gets the rebound now, gives it off to Ray. LaRisha averaging 21 points, 11 rebounds per game, both top 25 in the state. Ray stuck at the elbow, fires up a shot. It misses. Smith tips the rebound to Vanessa. To Savage, a mid-range jumper. Rattles off, and the rebound this time collected by Jolly. Again, Metcalfe County wants to run, and Jolly is bumped at half court by Vanessa Ray.
I love the aggressiveness by Vanessa. She has taken quite a few shots early in this quarter, 1 for 4 so far. But you love her being aggressive, getting to the rim, and you're going to hope that can translate to some made buckets as the game continues.
Majayla Butler and Lanaya Brown come in. Savage and Nolan out. Brown averaging 7 points per game, had 4 steals in the region opener against South Warren. Chloe Smith had 5. She's already got 2 as she tipped another pass. Her layup was blocked in transition by Allen. Lanaya Brown gets it back, feeds Smith on the left block. She's fouled, count it, and 1. That ball was still bouncing on the rim when she started jumping up and down, knowing that she got it to go. And the Lady Cats are on a 7-0 run with a chance to make it 8 at the stripe.
And talk about Chloe Smith. That's her second straight play of a deflection leading to a steal. And again, when she's doing that, when she's getting deflections, especially around the half court, she is great running in transition.
Free throw swishes home. Chloe has been, again, night and day. Only 4 shots in the region tournament last year. This year she's been excellent. 14 points against South Warren to go along with 7 rebounds. Had 5 steals in that game as well. As Franklin Simpson gets another one, it's Vanessa Ray again. She's got multiple in this game. Crossover at half court to Chloe. Left corner, Butler. Cawthorn wants it down low. Instead, they go up top to Ray. This is night and day from the Barron County game, TB, where Cawthorn had all 8 in the first quarter for Franklin Simpson. She has none of the 8 so far.
And it's because this Franklin Simpson team is passing the ball so well.
Smith drives baseline, has it knocked away, tips it up into the air again, and now foul is called underneath as Ray and Smith were there fighting for the rebound. If they get it on Vanessa, and they do, there's the only issue, the second foul on Vanessa Ray. And quickly she'll come out as Nasia Nolan comes right back in. Boy, how good and how key has she been off the bench. Just her 12th appearance of the season after she missed the first 2/3 of the year.
Yeah, she has been. And again, defensively has kind of been her biggest thing so far since she's came in. We remember that pivotal moment last game where she's clapping.
And here she draws an illegal screen up top against London, who leaned the shoulder into the head area. And LaRisha Cawthorn comes over to fire her up after the fact.
I'm telling you, the energy of Nasia Nolan is so contagious for this team. When she gets going, the whole team kind of just elevates just a little bit.
And with that, Metcalfe County is going to take their first time out of the game with 3:39 left in this opening quarter. 8-2, Franklin Simpson leads. The first basket was for Metcalfe County. Bree Jolly came in, scored pretty early on. It was a good-looking play, an aggressive drive. And the Lady Cats, we wondered, TB, and we talked about this before the game against Barron County. It took them a while to settle in offensively. It took a while to get that first bucket to get rid of the jitters. They get the opening basket, and then everything else has just followed suit.
It has followed suit, and again, a part of that is Chloe Smith. Again, we talked about it. 2 steals, has 2 assists already in the quarter, 3 rebounds, 2 on the offensive glass. I mean, she has been all over the place. And then again, defensively wise for this entire team, caused many turnovers already. That's 4 of the turnovers in this first quarter, at least 4, excuse me. And, I mean, if they're playing like this to where they're able to get steals and run out in transition, it's going to be really hard for Metcalfe to really have an answer for this team.
Metcalfe's got to find a way to get Cassidy London going. She's only scored 18 points at this tournament on 5 for 20 shooting. Just picked up the offensive foul there as we get back underway. Brown up top gets inside after a gamble for the steal. Gets a friendly roll off the back iron. And Lanaya Brown has scored for Franklin Simpson. 10-2 Lady Cats. Still none from Cawthorn.
Yeah, having a 10-2 run and then no points from Cawthorn is spelling great success for Franklin Simpson.
And the Lady Cats have come out of this timeout with their 4-guard defensive look. Savage, Brown, Nolan, Butler the guards. Cawthorn the lone big. London far side going up against Butler. She shuts her off on the elbow. And she has to give it up right corner to Glass. She's double teamed, ball on the floor. And a foul is called, diving for the ball.
And I mean, outside of just that play, Franklin Simpson, each defender has caused the offensive player to pick up their dribble, and they were more or less panicking with the ball. Again, it's a bad foul by Lanaya because she landed on top of the offensive player. They're going to call that every time.
Yep.
But outside of that, it was near perfect defense.
That was her first foul, so right back in. Vanessa Ray takes her spot. Ball comes in up top to Lily Blythe. Left side. Jolly double team, goes right corner. London guarded by Cawthorn, all over her, knocked away, and it's stolen by Vanessa Ray. Excuse me, that was Allen with the basketball, had nowhere to go. Vanessa's already got 3 steals. Right elbow jumper, left short. Butler had the rebound, lost it, got it back, goes up with the layup, misses, but fouled underneath by Josie Allen. And that's what Majayla does. She is one of the smallest players on the floor in terms of her listed height out there. It got her at 5'6". I think that's a little friendly for Majayla, especially when you look. She's shorter than Vanessa, who they've still got listed at 5'3". But she plays like she's 5'7", 5'8". She is so good on the boards as she makes the first of these 2 free throws.
And I think, especially on the board, she's very timely when she gets those offensive rebounds specifically. I mean, it feels like every time she does, it translates into points.
Second free throw misses, and it's picked up underneath by London. Cassidy London averages 4.5 rebounds per game to go with her 15 points. Has scored at least 27 times. Season high 31 in a loss to Russell County. Up top, spinning off the defense is Glass. Nolan switches onto her. Now it goes baseline. Nice behind the back, up and under, but the layup misses long for Jolly. $1 million move with a 10-cent finish. Here comes Ray the other way, forcing the action. Leaves it on the left block for Butler, but before she did, she took an extra step.
Yeah, a little skip. I mean, the idea was nice. Execution may not be there, but, on the defensive end, I mean, this team is so locked in. I'm just staring at the faces of these players, and they are just locked in, glued to their defender. And, again, Metcalfe, they're going to have to find a way to get London or Josie involved in this game. They just really haven't had any opportunities to score.
11-2, Franklin Simpson leads inside 2 minutes left before the end of the quarter as Cawthorn tips a pass into our press row and claps it up after the fact. The energy is fully on the side of Franklin Simpson so far.
And we talked about momentum. Momentum is such a huge thing, and if Franklin Simpson can play like this for the first half or the first quarter, it just really hurts Metcalfe to find their way to get back into the game emotionally.
Ball up top in the hands of Glass, the junior averaging 7 points per game. Again, just one senior on this entire team is London, who gets it on the block against Cawthorn, who jumped up in the air before London went up with the shot and commits a foul. So that'll be the first against Larisha, not in the act of shooting, but now Metcalfe in the bonus for the final 1:41 of the quarter.
And Coach Taylor is telling them to stay on the floor.
Yes. Inbound pass is deflected by Lanaya Brown into the bench as it went right at Carmen Phillips, who fortunately got her hands up.
Back to that deflection party we talk about so much with these Lady Cats.
Most of their steals have been off of passes in this game. This one comes in nearly contested by Nolan, but it's collected by Jolly. Asia's got the right hand of the face as she walks to the top of the key. Now sends it off to London. She brings it to the midcourt. Red towel logo, hands it off to Glass, and they'll set up the offense. Brown on her. Glass drives right, tries to pass it underneath. Can't. London, top of the key, 3 off the catch. Misses off the right side. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Cawthorn.
That was probably their best look they've gotten, at least from a jump shooting perspective. But it's so hard right now because Franklin Simpson can play so far out to half court, but they have the speed.
Beautiful set play on the inbound as Allen springs open on the left block. Wide open, and she gets her first bucket to break up an 11-0 Franklin Simpson run. With 1:08 left in the opening quarter, it's 11-4 for Franklin Simpson. Down low, Smith on the block, fades, banked it in with the right hand, fading to her left. She's got 5.
She has been so impressive in this quarter, playing like a dog, as this team likes to say.
40 seconds left in the quarter up top. Glass controls it, 13-4 Franklin Simpson. Smith leads everybody with 5. Left side. For a moment, Blythe thought about the 3. Instead goes to Allen, top of the key, driving against Cawthorn. Gets to the right block and now has to pull it back out to the corner with 30 seconds left in this first frame.
Again, you don't want to foul right here. They're in the bonus. If you play good defense.
London gets it into the middle of the paint to Jolly. She's surrounded by 2 defenders, then goes up with it, and Brown is calling for a foul from behind. So this is becoming a factor for Franklin Simpson as the fouls have started to accumulate. Ray has 2, Lanaya Brown has 2, and TB, the other issue here is this is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the state. They're 22nd at 70% overall, making 11 per game. They went 12 for 17 against Warren East. They went 13 for 14 against Bowling Green. And all that said, the first of these two misses for Bree Jolly. Now, most of the free throw shooting comes from London as well as Allen. They're both top 35 in the state in free throw percentage respectively. As the second one falls for Jolly, she's only a 59% shooter, so that at least makes a little bit more sense. 13-5 now, the score with 10 seconds left in the quarter. I said all that to avoid the broadcast jinx. Left side Savage, 5 seconds left. Nolan left alone, left corner three. She hits another! The Lady Cats had not made a three in their first two region tournament games. They make two in the first quarter, and it's 16-5 Franklin Simpson after one. It's Nasia Nolan who leads everybody with 6. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball at the Region 4 tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Shooting threes.
I didn't think. And man, Nasia. Thank you.
See, they already messed up in the rebounds.
Back with you here inside Diddle Arena, where I don't think anyone on this planet would have guessed that Franklin Simpson would have a 2 3-pointer edge over Metcalfe County. After the opening quarter, they've made 2. Metcalfe has only tried 1 and missed it. It's 16-5 Franklin Simpson. Nasia Nolan with both makes from deep. She leads everybody with 6 points as Metcalfe County starts this second quarter with possession. Josie Allen has it on the right side, now goes into the corner to Cassidy London. Scoreless so far on one shot attempt as they go down low to Allen. She scores around Smith and the foul. They've got to find a way to get, if not both of those stars involved, TB, if nothing else, it's got to be Allen because she has carried them through this tournament.
Yeah, they're going to have to run more and more actions to have her break free because Franklin Simpson, again, one-on-one, this team is probably one of the best one-on-one defensive teams there are as the free throws missed. But if you can run a lot of actions to get those players set free, it makes it a whole lot easier.
Allen now 10 for 13 at the free throw line in this tournament. She's 23rd in the state as an 81% shooter on the season. Smith drives. She's caught in a double team and fouled at the right elbow. 16-7 our score with 7:22 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all of the players and coaches' eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care. Nolan, right wing off the inbound from Smith, now gives it up top to Chloe. Deep 2 just inside the three-point line, misses off the right side. Rebound is lost by Allen, but then fighting for it over there for Franklin Simpson were Nolan and Butler. Nasia hits the floor trying to get it. She touched it last as it rolls out of bounds.
And, you know, we have these box scores, and I'm going to offer a personal correct. And Chloe Smith right now, they say have 4 rebounds or 5, counting that last one. She has 6 as Franklin Simpson gives up a layup. I mean, just, a defensive lapse right now for Franklin Simpson where they just weren't ready.
They lost Allen again on the block. She's got 6 points now as on the elbow again Smith is fouled. Gambling for the steal was Aubrey Glass as she collected the pass. It's now 16-9. Metcalfe County has started the quarter going to Allen back-to-back times to cut the Franklin Simpson lead down to 7. Butler and Nolan come out. Ray and Brown back in for the Lady Cats, both with 2 fouls. No foul trouble yet for Metcalfe County as Cawthorn gets it at the elbow. She drives, tries a jumper just inside the free throw line, and after it misses, TB, she's still scoreless in this game. No one would have guessed either that she'd be scoreless this far in, and the Lady Cats would be comfortably leading.
And they really haven't needed her to score as much. I mean, they're going to need her to score coming in the second quarter. You don't want Metcalfe to be on a run. But so far, Franklin Simpson offensively has been really good.
Top of the key, London guarded by Cawthorn. Directing traffic, tries to slip it into a cutting Leella Bowles, who had checked in for the first time, was unable to connect as the Lady Cats knocked it out of bounds on the baseline. Metcalfe County will keep it for an inbounds play. Bowles, an 8th grader, averaging 1.5 points per game. They've got 5 middle schoolers on this roster in total compared to just 4 upperclassmen of their high schoolers. Right side, clean look for 3, and it's buried. There's Cassidy London. They lost her on the inbound. That's twice now these set plays underneath. Metcalfe County has been able to take advantage, and it's now 16-12, a 7-0 run to start the quarter for the Lady Hornets. Ray, free throw line, her jumper, there's the response.
And a quick response at that. Franklin Simpson needed that bucket, but again, like you said, it was the screen at the top of the key that set her free.
Right side, a foul is called against Franklin Simpson. As sealing off was Jolly between Cawthorn and Ray, and Vanessa, after making the jumper, picks up her 3rd foul.
And that's a tough foul because you're probably going to lose her for the rest of the second quarter because you can't allow her to pick up another one. But again, when you have Nasia Nolan coming in, I mean, that a great player bringing in good quality minutes, defensively just as tenacious.
What a luxury to have Nasia Nolan and Majayla Butler off the bench, as well as Sanaya Downey. When her number has to be called, you know she'll get the job done. Up top, Chloe Smith deflects another pass. Allen had a chance to get it back, but couldn't. Chloe with another steal. Smith spins at the top of the key, gives it up to Nolan. Now Franklin Simpson holds with 5.5 minutes left before halftime. Butler right side, beats the first defender all the way to the rack, pushed it long. Cawthorn juggles the rebound, gets it back, wraps around the lane. Her jumper misses short, and the rebound is pulled down strong by Lily Blythe. Down the right side comes Jolly all the way to the rack. Scoop layup long. Brown with the rebound. Franklin Simpson has numbers the other way. Up ahead, Cawthorn, another perfect pass. This time, Larisha drops it in for her first basket of the game.
And this team is so great at those half-court passes, dumping it off to Larisha overhead like a receiver, catching it in the breadbasket. Again, those plays are really hard to make, especially with defenders, but this team has worked on it so much throughout the season that they have done a great job at it, especially in this game so far.
Larisha scored at least 15 in 46 of her last 50 games. Just 2 points here tonight as Smith does a great job defending Allen straight up and forces a miss on the block. 20-8 or 20-12 Franklin Simpson. As left side, Nolan, another 3. That one misses short, rebound tipped, and now it's pulled down by London. Down the left side, barreling in as Bowles. She's fouled. Count the basket around Smith, and 1. And there, the issues continue to compile for Franklin Simpson. It's the 2nd foul on Chloe Smith as the Lady Cats take a timeout. Leella Bowles is the one to drive in and scored. She made 2 3-pointers in their district tournament opener against Russell County, had 3 against Warren East, no points against Bowling Green. And now what we're seeing, TB, has been the recipe in this tournament for Metcalfe County. Allen is the star, and everyone else slotting in around her.
And you know, in this quarter, all of their points have came within the first 4 or 5 seconds of their possession.
Yep.
We saw a play under the out of bounds play where they got her free, shooting a 3 in the corner, or excuse me, on the wing, and then a couple of transition baskets that, again, Franklin Simpson just kind of was lazy getting back on defense and not in position to make a good defensive play.
2 fouls for Lanaya Brown, 3 fouls for Vanessa Ray, 2 fouls for Chloe Smith. How do the Lady Cats respond? Metcalfe County, after trailing at 16-5 after the first quarter, they've outscored the Lady Cats 9-4, and we're not even halfway through this second frame. As Bowles stands at the line awaiting the free throw. She's just 7 for 18 there this season. Fires this one up, and of course, of everyone to shoot the free throws for Metcalfe, she's the one to nail it for the and 1, and the lead is cut to 5.
You know, Tyler, I want them to really run a set for Larisha to get her something easy. She needs something easy to go down.
She's calling out a play on the right elbow, trying to get everybody's attention as Brown holds it at the top of the key. Slices through, leaves it for Smith. What a pass! Lanaya drove into the middle of the paint. Everyone came up to her. Chloe released wide open on the left block. She's already got 7. Right side, Bowles was left unguarded again. Slips inside. I think Brown might have got away with a foul on the drive, and the layup misses. And here come the Lady Cats the other way, leading at 22-15. Down low again. Smith back outside. Brown, her jumper from 4 feet off the free throw line rattles in.
I mean, her and Chloe Smith are playing so well together. Both of them with 7 assists between both of them.
And it's just been back and forth between them. Allen on the left side, hands it off to London, gets around Butler, kick out right corner, bowls for 3, it's short, and the rebound goes to Cawthorn at the free throw line. Crossover to get away from the first defender. Up ahead, Nasia Nolan, Euro step in transition. Nasia Nolan has 8 points. The Lady Cats respond. Block, count it, and 1.
And that's what we talked about. I mean, that's as easy as it'll get for Larisha. One-on-one by the block. She can do numbers on anybody down low. And again, this team struggled in the first half of the season getting the entry passes inside, and they have really turned it on in this region tournament.
8-0 run for Franklin Simpson. They now lead 28-15 with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. They're accepting new patients, so call at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. The numbers for the Lady Cats: 8 for Nasia Nolan, 7 for Chloe Smith, Larisha Cawthorn with 4 pending the free throw, 4 for Vanessa Ray, 4 for Lanaya Brown. And TB, when you go back to that region semifinal loss last year against Bowling Green, Franklin Simpson losing 52-39. Larisha Cawthorn had 18 points on 6 for 15 shooting. The rest of the team combined 21 points on 7 for 29 from the floor. That has not been an issue here tonight. The rest of the team has been getting the job done. And if anything, it's been Larisha, who we saw in that first quarter, was unable to get any kind of basket to go. She scores every point in the opening frame for the Lady Cats against Barron County on Tuesday. She scores none in the opening quarter for the Lady Cats here tonight. But all of a sudden, that combination of Chloe and Larisha Cawthorn has started to take over this game.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Larisha, this team is shooting right around that 50% range whenever not factoring her shot or made attempts. I mean, this team right now has done wonders. Again, I'm going to harp back on Chloe, Nasia, and Lanaya. All 3 of them are playing phenomenal on the defensive and offensive end, generating steals for Chloe Smith, generating points from both Chloe and Nasia and Lanaya. Assists, 8 assists between the 2 of them, or 9 between all 3 of them. I mean, this team right now are just hitting on all cylinders.
And it's all going to start on the defensive end for Franklin Simpson as we get back underway. Cawthorn with the free throw after the foul. Bends, fires, and hits. She's got 5 now in the quarter, and the Lady Cats are on a 9-0 run.
And full court press, looking to generate some pressure and keep Metcalfe sped up.
Jolly at the top of the key, gives it over to Allen, bobbled it for a moment but gets it back. Josie Allen had 4 quick points in this quarter for Metcalfe County. Cassidy London hit a 3 off an inbound play. Now they work it over on the left side. Now back to London. Up top, Jolly, ball working quickly around the perimeter. Allen tries a 3, it rattles off from the right corner, and Chloe Smith gets the rebound.
And they will allow them to shoot those 3s over and over in this game, especially the way they're rotating.
Butler on the left wing, trapped, looking for an option, fires it over to Savage left side. 1 dribble to Cawthorn, baseline has it knocked away by Allen, gets it back, goes cross court. Butler looks down low to Smith, now resets on the left side with Nolan. Wide open for 3. That one's short. Rebounded by Smith. Chloe, 1 dribble. Teardrop. Missed long. It's tipped back up. They're going to give credit to Chloe for that one. That probably hit her hand and a defender's hand, but it's Smith who will get credit for the basket. Give her 9 points now.
I mean, that's just Chloe being tenacious on the offensive rebounding, on the offensive boards.
She has played a fantastic game.
She has so far.
Not just with scoring, but rebounding and defending as well. Allen, top of the key, gets away from Savage, goes into Cawthorn, and they get a foul against Larisha. First of all, Allen took steps, and then if nothing else, she was tied up. But instead, they get the foul against Franklin Simpson.
And they're saying that she was pushed into Larisha, which caused the walk. That's what the ref, I think, just explained to Coach Taylor. And I mean, I guess I could see that. 50-50
so I guess there they get it against Savage.
Yeah, Savage. It seemed like Savage may have pushed her from behind. I mean, nevertheless, I mean, this team right now defensively are just sharks swarming the water, rotating us. Chloe with another rebound in this game. That makes it her 4th, or excuse me, her 5th.
She splits the free throws, does Allen, just 1 for 3 at the stripe today. Again, an 83% shooter on the season. It's 31-16, Franklin Simpson. Brown, another perfect pass to Cawthorn on the right block. And again, she's fouled. Another and one opportunity for Cawthorn, but that was all Lanaya Brown. Caught Metcalfe County sleeping and threaded the needle.
I mean, a jump pass from Lanaya, just perfect. Again, right now Lanaya is playing her best game. 2 for 2 from the field. 5 assists for her in this game.
Of all the players on this Franklin Simpson team that saw their season end on this floor, as Cawthorn's free throw falls, Lanaya might have been hit the hardest, and she might have been the most determined to redeem that loss, and so far, you can tell it. She comes out of the game for a moment as Cawthorn picks off a pass underneath. It's 34-16 Franklin Simpson. Larisha all of a sudden has 8 points as she walks it across half court with a minute left before halftime.
I just love how they're slowing down the game on the offensive end, but then speed up Metcalfe on the defensive end.
Right side, Savage turns, fires, bang! I don't know if she's ever been more ready to fire up a three in her life, and that says something because in her career at Franklin Simpson, she's hit quite a few of them. Now 160, 37-16 FS, 30 seconds left before halftime. Up top, faking the three is Jolly, gets it down low. Great slip that time by Aubrey Compton in the game for Metcalfe County. Compton, a junior, averaging just a point per game, but she's scored 2 now in every region tournament game.
And a great job by Jolly, knowing they had the mismatch off of Larisha up faking.
37-18, 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nolan has it knocked away, trying to drive inside, loses it again, and it's picked up by London. Ball goes up ahead. Blythe, her layup good in transition, and if nothing else, Metcalfe County able to salvage momentum at the end of the half, but Franklin Simpson puts up 21 points in the second quarter with the exclamation point, the three from Jasmine Savage. They've made 3 3-pointers in this ball game, and they lead it 37-20 as we head to the halftime break here inside Diddle Arena. The Lady Cats looking to secure their first trip to the state tournament since 2009. The winner will face the winner of the 10th region, likely GRC, who is one of the best teams. We'll talk about this as we go on with our broadcast. One of the best teams on the girls' side in the state. Whoever wins this game will play at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday night inside Rupp Arena in Lexington. But we've still got another half left to go before we figure out who's going to be there at the break. Franklin Simpson leads Metcalfe County 37-20 here on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
It's been all Franklin Simpson so far in the girls' 4th region championship game inside Tittle Arena. Franklin Simpson leading 37-20 over Metcalfe County here on John Oldham Court. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb courtside. TB, there are multiple numbers that we can look at that explain why this game is going the way it is. I want to start first with the ball movement. We've talked about this for the Lady Cats in this opening half. They've made 15 shots in this ball game in the first half alone, after they made 16 total against Barron County on Tuesday. In that game, 16 made shots, 8 assists for the Lady Cats to 14 turnovers. Here in this game so far, for the 15 made field goals, 13 assists, and just 2 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, they have been moving the ball around so well, and a lot of it's just been open shots. We've seen a couple of mid-range jumpers at the free throw line. We've seen Larisha get the ball dropped off to her by Lanaya a couple times. We've seen Nasia Nolan wide open in the corner receiving passes for 3. I mean, this team right now is passing the ball so well, and some of that is also in transition where this Metcalfe team has turned the ball over 10 times, and on those 10 turnovers, Franklin Simpson has scored 17 points off those turnovers.
Oh, the big thing, it's what we talked about in our pregame. You can't just force turnovers. You need live ball turnovers. You need steals. You need to be able to get out and run off of tip passes like Franklin Simpson likes to do. They forced 10 turnovers and picked up 7 steals, 3 apiece for Chloe Smith and Vanessa Ray. Chloe, we said coming in, Larisha's going to need her help, and my goodness, has Smith provided it. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. She took 8 shots in each of the first 2 games of this tournament. She's already once again taking 8 field goals in the opening half. She has come to play tonight.
Yeah, she has been super aggressive, and that's what we've wanted. We wanted her to be as aggressive because we know that last tournament she wasn't that. She didn't take as many field goal attempts in the last region tournament that she played in, and so now seeing her come out, it seemed like with a vengeance, like say, hey, I'm going to take this game over and I'm going to put the nail in the coffin. It's been incredible to see, and again, we haven't really seen Larisha go on her scoring run that as we've seen her score a couple buckets here in the second quarter, and she hasn't really been unleashed as she usually is.
Hasn't had to be. She did come to life with 8 points there in the second quarter, scoreless in the opening frame as the Lady Cats scored 16 points in the first quarter without Cawthorn scoring a single basket. She's got 8 points on 3 for 6, shooting a couple of and ones, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Lady Cats 4 for 5 there. Metcalfe County, surprisingly, just 3 for 6, again for a team that on the season is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the state at 70%. For this tournament, they had gone 25 for 31. And tonight, just 3 for 6 so far, 1 for 4 from three-point range. And TB, when you mix in the turnovers, you mix in the rebounding, Franklin Simpson, they're winning the overall battle 17-12, but they've got 7 offensive rebounds already with 6 second chance points. A number we always talk about, or a differential we always talk about. The Lady Cats have taken 15 more shots in this opening half. Metcalfe County is shooting the better percentage by just a very slim margin, 47.1 to 46.9 for the Lady Cats, but Franklin Simpson is simply just getting up more shots.
Yeah, I mean, they've almost made as many shots as Metcalfe has attempted, 15 to 17. And again, it's hard. I mean, you can shoot a great percentage, but if you're not getting the shots up necessary, it's really hard to do much anything. And again, it all starts on the defensive end where Franklin Simpson has this ability to whatever defensive strategy they're coming into, they have players that are quick enough to rotate on the passes. I mean, we talked about it all season long, right? Whenever teams want to get open, the ball is faster than the woman or the ball is faster than the man. It doesn't seem like the case when teams are playing against Franklin Simpson.
In this ball game, this is just a fun number. 14 total players have played in this game. 13 of them have scored. All 7 for Franklin Simpson in the scorebook. 9 for Smith, 8 for Cawthorn, 8 for Nasia Nolan, who stole the show with her 2 3-pointers. Again, coming off the bench for Franklin Simpson, 8 points, 2 assists. She buries the 2 corner threes in the opening quarter. She had 8 points in the opening game of this tournament for the Lady Cats. Offensively, wasn't too much of a factor with just 1 point against Barron County, but we talked about the energy that she provided on the defensive side of the floor between her and then Jasmine Savage, who finally throws up her first three-point try of the tournament. She hits one to end that opening half. 3 3-pointers for Franklin Simpson. Again, nobody would have predicted that if you were to say one team was 3 for 6 from three at the end of the first half, one was 1 for 4, you never, ever would have been able to piece together which one was which, mostly because if you saw Franklin Simpson took 6 threes, you would have been confused. It was like they were allergic to taking three-pointers through the first 2 rounds, but they have shown no hesitation to take the open looks here tonight. And TB, the other key piece for Franklin Simpson so far is, I do want to mention as well, Vanessa Ray with 4 points in just 6.5 minutes playing through foul trouble, and a point for Majayla Butler, who's already played over 9 minutes in this game. Lanaya Brown, 4 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. She has been running this offense like a maestro.
And I think even more impressive, because she's had the ball a lot in her hands, 0 turnovers in the game. That's really hard to do when your usage rate kind of goes up because you're running the offense, and so that's another great feat for her, where she has really turned into a premier point guard for this team, especially when it goes to those entry passes or those jump passes to Larisha down low.
On the other side for Metcalfe County, Josie Allen unsurprisingly leading the way with 7 points, 3 for 5 from the floor, missed her only 3-point try and just 1 for 3 at the free throw line, has 2 rebounds and did pick up 2 fouls of her own. She came out for the final 120 of that opening half. Lily Blythe, Bree Jolly, Cassidy London, all 3 of them play all 16 minutes in the first half for Metcalfe County. Franklin Simpson did not have any players that played the entirety of the 16 minutes. London, their first team all-region selection, averaging 15 points per game on the season, continues her struggles in this tournament, although it's been different here tonight. She took 11 shots against Warren East, went 4 for 11 for 10 points, took 9 shots against Bowling Green, only had 8 in that game, only made 1 of her field goals, went 6 for 6 at the free throw line. TB, tonight she's only gotten off 2 shots, both of them pretty clean looks from 3-point range, made 1, she's got 3 rebounds and has been contributing as a facilitator with 4 assists. But the issue is Franklin Simpson has been throwing so much pressure at her that she's also got 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard to play when all 5 players on the court for Franklin Simpson can generate those turnovers. And again, a lot of it comes down to playing the passing lanes and rotating. I mean, I can recall a couple of moments in my head where we see players go across the court to rotate to close out on a 3, run them off the 3-point line, and not allow them to really get much clean looks. And again, when they're running those actions, they've gotten their best looks, especially within the first couple of seconds of the possession. But when the possessions go deep into the clock, I mean, they don't really generate much offense.
Rounding out the numbers for Metcalfe County, 3 points for Leella Bowles, as well as Bree Jolly, who had 3 assists to go along with those 3 points, 2 apiece for Lily Blythe and Aubrey Compton. Aubrey Glass scoreless in 9 minutes of play. She's the lone player in this game who has played and not scored. Set to get the second half underway with the third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. At 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, Tanner Clark is a former athlete at Franklin Simpson, so he knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team, they do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. The Lady Hornets of Metcalfe County clapping themselves up as they hit the floor for this second half. Franklin Simpson will get the first possession. Chloe Smith gets the inbound, brings it across half court to Savage. Cawthorn right side to the left block. Lanaya Brown is wide open, but she missed the layup. But there's Chloe Smith for another rebound. Cawthorn, Savage, Nolan starting the half for the Lady Cats, and she scores. Slicing through Nasia Nolan, getting the start in the half. She's in double figures with 10.
I mean, and can we talk about the play design on that first run? There's 2 people wide open.
Cawthorn picks off a pass. They start Nolan for Ray with her 3 fouls, and she's in double figures for the second time this season. Had that explosive game against Todd County Central on the road with a career-high 16 points. Gives it to Smith, free throw line, to Cawthorn, perfect entry, and she's fouled from behind. There were 2 defenders in front of her, but Chloe put it where only Larisha could get it in there. Extremely unselfish play because she had a wide-open free throw jumper she could have taken herself.
And, you know, I don't really like the idea that Metcalfe is blitzing at half court. I mean, Franklin Simpson has shown that they can pass the ball well, especially under duress. I mean, I would assume that they would want to blitz, especially below the 3-point line, but not so far extended.
Cawthorn will have 2 free throws, and the first one swishes home.
And again, for Chloe Smith, as we've sang her praises all night, I have unofficially 10 rebounds for her, 9 points, 4 assists for her. doesn't reflect on the official basketball box score.
Now we noticed, in fairness, that the official stats for Franklin Simpson on KHSAA were closer to yours than what we're getting here in Diddle. So we'll see how that unfolds. Cawthorn misses the second free throw after making the first. And the rebound is fought for on the baseline, but Brown was the last one to touch it. It's now 40-20 Franklin Simpson, 7:12 left to go third quarter. Cawthorn now has 9.
And they're keeping up this pressure again, making Metcalfe play fast.
And left side London able to get inside around the pressure. Cawthorn tried to rotate to block it, not in time. And Cassidy London now has 5 points. She's going to have to be more aggressive in the second half.
She is. She's going to have to get shots up, draw fouls, and get to the line.
Smith, left side, double team. Dribbles to her left, now hands to Nolan. Nasia wraps to Brown. Holds it above her head, fires to Cawthorn. Down low, Smith wide open. Scores on the left block. Chloe Smith into double figures. She's got 11 points.
A double-double for her. And again, they're blitzing out a half court and leaving players wide open at the basket where Franklin plays their best basketball.
Glass steps into a right wing three. It misses. Cawthorn gets the rebound. Double team, picks up the dribble and gives it off to Brown, who brings it slowly across half court. With 6:20 left in the third quarter, Ray will check into the next dead ball. Cawthorn left wing double to Brown. Down low, Smith scores again. It's been Lanaya to Chloe. Metcalfe has no answer. 13 points for Smith.
They're gonna have to get out of double teaming around. I feel like I've said the same thing 3 times in a row, but it's
the result has been the same every time.
Exactly.
Ball up top with London, guarded by Savage. 44-22 the score. 5:55 left third quarter. Lady Cats have been generating easy looks, even with the miss from Lanaya to start the quarter. She was wide open. Nice look from the right block is buried by London off a touch pass that left her wide open. London's got all 4 in the quarter for Metcalfe County.
And that was their best possession that's taken more than 10 seconds off the clock. I mean, a wide open look for Metcalfe.
Brown and Cawthorn passing it back and forth at midcourt. Lady Cats only scored 41 points in total in the semifinals against Barron as Smith is wide open again underneath. Cawthorn up top, hits Chloe off the pressure. Chloe Smith has 15 points in this game, 6 already in the quarter. It's 46-24, and TB, you're right. They're going to have to come out of that defense.
Yeah, they have to, and they're playing Chloe topside up and not playing between them and the basket.
Down low, isolated on the block is Blythe. She turns and fires and misses, and Lanaya Brown gets the rebound. Coach Taylor tells her girls to run. Up ahead, Cawthorn. Smith is open again. Chloe fakes, goes up with it, and scores. It's the Chloe Smith show. She's got 17 points. She's tied her season high already. Loose ball. It's deflected. Chloe in transition. Hit by the defender, and she will go to the line for 2 free throws.
And I mean, again, it's the fact that this team is passing the ball so well. There's 17 assists to 20 field goal makes for this team. I mean, probably the best the entire season, and Metcalfe definitely needs a timeout.
4:40 left in the third quarter. 48-24, Franklin Simpson leads. Chloe Smith has 8 points in this quarter alone. 8 of the 11, all have been wide open layups here in this third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Pay them a visit or call at 270-586-9899. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you. TB, I said it. Chloe has matched her season high of 17 points. I mess with her all the time last year of how she would get so close to breaking through to her career high of 20, which she hit twice back in her freshman season against Greenwood and Logan County in back-to-back games. She's going to have an easy chance to blow past that with the way Metcalfe is running this defense. They're going to need a drastic overhaul here coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, I mean, outside of her being wide open on some of the layup attempts, and it seems like they're not playing her. A fundamental way of playing basketball, ladies and gentlemen, is you're going to play between your man and the basket. And that right now they're leaving Chloe Smith wide open.
They're trying to deny, and it's just not working. Franklin's entry passes have been too good. Ray has a shot blocked as Metcalfe County gets a big defensive play out of the timeout by London and then throws it away to Cawthorn. Darts it to Ray. Vanessa, right elbow, pull up, falls. Vanessa Ray has done her part for Franklin Simpson despite the foul trouble, now with 6 points. Butler trying to chase down a steal on London from behind. Can't do it, but cuts her off at the elbow. Stuck on the block. Tries to go to Allen. It's between her legs and stolen. Picked up by Cawthorn. It's 50-24 Franklin Simpson. Brown, left wing. puts it on the floor. She's bumped, and that time Jolly just lowered the shoulder and knocked her off her path. And Franklin Simpson will have a baseline inbound with exactly 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
They're going to have Chloe inbound the ball, and I would not be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the play we saw against Barron. And here it is, Chloe to Cawthorn. Larisha's going to put it on the floor, and she's going to bank home the jumper. You knew it was going to Larisha, and she was either going to score or go right back to Chloe. That time, Metcalfe stayed home, and Larisha took advantage, 52-24.
And that puts her in double digits as well with 11 points in the game, and 11 from the second quarter on.
Those two combined have 28 points. Metcalfe has 24. The lead, unsurprisingly, is that 28. Ball on the right side. Allen sends it off into the corner, held by Glass. Scoreless so far, driving it's Ray. Cut off on the baseline, spinning twice, and now has to wrap it back out to the wing as the Franklin Simpson crowd comes to life for the defense. Pass down low. Brown gets in the way and knocks it out of bounds.
I mean, all these players have a knack for finding the ball in the air and tipping it. And we talk about deflections all season long. This team has not gone shy of those deflections in this game.
London to inbound. Hits a cutting. Allen, and Cawthorn blocks the scoop shot. Marisha gets the rebound as well. Now gives it off to Brown with 3:10 left in the quarter and a 52-24 lead. Ray, deep right side. Coming out to guard her is London. Nessa directs traffic, now drives left, spins back right, drives in from the top of the key, right block layup, no, but draws the foul. And there they got her isolated up top against London and just cleared everybody out and let Vanessa go to work.
And she does really well. I mean, it's her breakaway speed that allows her to get to the basket and draw that contact.
Vanessa's first free throw short, 50% shooter on the season. Franklin Simpson as a team, 59%, a little bit short of the 80% goal that Ashley Taylor is set for this team, which I found out. We talked about this before the game. I dove in. I was like, why is the standard so high? And I was able to find out that happened to be because of the fact that in her final year playing college basketball, she ended up with Lindsey Wilson. She shot 85% of the free throw line as a senior. 53-24. As Ray made the second, then on the far side, pass thrown out of bounds. It goes right back to Franklin Simpson.
And again, Franklin Simpson are just playing so well. I mean, start to finish, this is probably the most complete game they've played so far in this tournament.
Easily in this tournament. It's one of the most complete games they've played all season long. With a 53-24 lead, 2:46 left in the third quarter. Ray will bring it across half court to Leah Spencer in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. All seniors on the floor, 5 of the 7. Cawthorn just inside the free throw line. They can do no wrong right now as her jumper falls.
And another pass assisted, another shot made assisted. I mean, this team is just playing out of their mind, especially with the ball movement.
55-24 now. The Lady Cats have already scored 18 in the quarter with 2:15 left to go. Ball on the right side, Glass looks down low, nobody home. Brown smothering her on the wing, drives in, and they get Lanaya for a bump. She can't believe it. Coach Taylor is still clapping her on as that's the third foul against Lanaya Brown.
And I think just a little bit too much contact right there, using her. She had her hands kind of near her body and kind of pushed up against her, and they're going to call it after repeated offenses, but again, for Lanaya, she goes to the bench. I mean, she's played phenomenal.
She'll come out of the game. And again, a beautiful set play as Ray lost to Aubrey Glass, who springs free for a wide-open right block layup. It's now 55-26. I'm going to tell you, if every play was a baseline inbound, this Metcalfe County offense would be impossible to stop. Cawthorn gets it down low. Spencer has her shot blocked, and it goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Franklin Simpson down low. As Chloe Smith will check back in with 1:52 left in the quarter. And Spencer will come back out. Had a look, but was chased down from behind. Thought she might have been fouled. Doesn't get the call. And instead, Metcalfe County gets it back with 1:50 left, trailing at 55-26.
Yeah, they're going to have to eat on this lead, go on a good run before the end of the game if they want to have a chance to get back in it.
Allen, elbow, drives into Cawthorn, tried to kick it back out to London. She thought she stayed on the right wing. She had wrapped at the top of the key, and it's thrown out of bounds. Savage will inbound right in front of us.
And again, it's like a cornerback face guarding a wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to picture where they're going to go.
Ray brings it across half court in a 29-point affair. Minute and a half left to go before the fourth quarter. Smith, right side. There are 3 defenders around her. To Savage, down low. Nolan, one more. Chloe, free throw line, gets the bounce. She's got a new season high and 19 points in the quarter. Full timeout taken. We're going to take one as well. 57-26, Franklin Simpson leads here at the 4th Region Tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
Oh, sure, yeah. This is the best one.
That's Chloe's.
Oh, yeah.
57-26, Franklin Simpson leads out of a full timeout with 1:22 left in the third quarter. The Lady Cats 1 point off their region tournament high of 58 that they scored in the opening round against South Warren. And again, we're just in the third frame. Out of the timeout, Metcalfe County has possession. Bowles on the left wing gives it up at the top of the key to Aubrey Glass. She's got 2 of their 6 points in the quarter. Franklin Simpson has scored 20. Ball lost up top. Sanaya Downey in for the Lady Cats for the first time. She knocked it away. It was collected again by London. Then Nasia Nolan took it back. She misses the transition layup, though, and it's taken back by Metcalfe County. Nasia with 10 points, but couldn't make it 12 there. She had been so good with those left-handed layups, and that time TB kind of hesitated and went up with both hands.
Maybe just a little bit too open, but she lapped it off immediately, right back on defense. And again, this team is still locked in, even with this huge lead they have.
Glass has it up top. Gets a screen on the right elbow from Compton. Instead drives left, fakes once, gets Ray in the air, but missed the left-handed shot down low. Cawthorn gets the rebound, takes it away from London, fires it ahead or tries to fire it ahead to Chloe Smith. Overthrows her, and Chloe barrels down, thankfully quick to get up with a smile on her face as Cawthorn put a little bit too much juice on that Hail Mary.
It hasn't been too many times that I've seen them miss that pass.
Yeah.
That was a harder pass because you had to really thread the needle right there. But again, Franklin Simpson, the way you ended this quarter, 20 points in a quarter again.
With 15 seconds left to go as Ray defends London, finally gets across half court, holding it at the top of the key, 10 seconds left in the quarter. To Glass, driving right into Nolan, 5 seconds, gets to the baseline. Nolan cuts her off on the block, wild shot, misses. Smith with the rebound. She'll dribble out the quarter, and the Lady Cats will take a 57-26 edge into the fourth quarter of the 4th Region Championship game. They outscore Metcalfe 20-6 in the third quarter, building on a 17-point halftime lead. It's ballooned up now to 31. The Lady Cats 8 minutes away from a region title here on 92.3 WFKN.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
For 13, at least what I have.
She's been incredible. Thank you. Fourth quarter underway here at WKU, where the Lady Cats of Franklin Simpson lead 57-26 over Metcalfe County in the Girls Region Championship game. Metcalfe gets the first possession of the quarter. Wrapping around from the top to the left side is Glass. She's taking control of the offense, now kicks it out to the right corner. Three-pointer fired up, and it's buried by an open Bree Jolly, who gets her first point since the opening quarter, now with 6 for the game. Cassidy London and Josie Allen lead with their 7 apiece. Smith gets to the free throw line, got stuck trying to kick it out to the right corner, and took an extra step before she sent it back out to the top of the key. Chloe leads everybody with 19 points. She's one off of tying her career high, and TB, she's done it efficiently tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she has done it so efficiently. 9 for 13 from the field, and a lot of those are layups and jump shots as
Lanaya Brown gets a steal, and then she's buried into by Allen, who hits the floor hard.
Oh, man.
With that brace on the left knee, playing through the torn ACL. Just collided down there with Brown, who had jumped in front of her to pick off the pass. What tremendous credit to Allen just to still be playing. Had the torn ACL in the team's biggest win of the season against Barron County that really showed, okay, like we've got a chance to do this thing. She's going to limp off, helped by her head coach, Heidi Coleman. Gets a standing ovation from both sides, deservingly so, for the run that she's put on in this tournament, leading them in scoring in both games coming into tonight. As her sophomore season may be done with that injury, they're the key word, just a sophomore, boy. She is going to be one of the best players in this region for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be great, and I mean, we hope for a speedy recovery when she does finally get that surgery. I mean, she has been a dog through and through, and I mean, it's tough, especially you're finishing off a run, an unbelievable run in this region, and to kind of come up short like this, and then to follow that up with an injury against Barron County a few games ago, it's just very tough to see. But like you said, she's going to be great for the next following years.
And this team will, with just one senior in Cassidy London, as Franklin Simpson has it back underway. 7 minutes left to go in the game, leading 57-29. Brown in the corner, wraps to the wing, gives it to Savage up top. Fakes the three, thought about taking it instead, goes to Smith on the elbow, hits a cutting Ray. Her left block layup, no good, but London crashed into Fowler.
And again, it's just, this team has played the best they have against double teams. I mean, they've sent so many double teams towards Franklin Way, and I haven't seen a team make so many smart passes in a row as much as I've seen Franklin Simpson.
First free throw good for Vanessa Ray. She's now got 8 points for the ball game. Is 2 for 3 at the free throw line, and you can make it 3 for 4 if she switches home another. 59-29 Franklin Simpson. 6:45 left to go. Lady Cats looking to lock up region championship number 1 since 2009. Right corner drive from Bowles, gets inside, and she's fouled on a layup try. So 2 free throws on the way for Leella Bowles.
And you know what? if I'm Chloe Smith, this next possession, I'm headhunting those next 2 points so I can get my career high.
Mostly because she knows if she doesn't, I'm going to bug her about it. As the first free throw goes for Bowles, she's played a good game with 4 points for Metcalfe County. Averaging 1.6 per game on the season, make it 5 as both free throws fall through. That was a big key for Franklin Simpson, knowing how good of a free throw shooting team this was, not just for your own sake with foul trouble, but with their proficiency at the line. You could not afford to foul a lot. Only 8 free throw tries in this game for Metcalfe County.
Yeah, I mean, they were just so disciplined so far in this game.
Cawthorn gives it to Smith at midcourt. She lost it trying to get it to Nolan. Then Chloe slips up behind the play. Metcalfe County has numbers. Driving in to take advantage is Glass, and she draws a foul, wedging between 2 defenders. And it was either Cawthorn or Nolan that would get called for the foul. And still waiting to see them put officially on the board which one it was.
I believe it was Cawthorn on the bump.
I think it was too, as the first free throw falls through for Aubrey Glass, who now has 3 points, and now they officially add that foul to Larisha's total. She's got 13 points in this ball game, came into the quarter with 6 rebounds. Chloe officially does have the double-double. As the second free throw falls as well for Glass, Metcalfe County. 7 points already in this quarter, more than they had in the entire third quarter.
I mean, it seems like they come out with great starts to these quarters, and then something just falls apart for them.
Ray has it deep on the left wing, walks into a double at midcourt. Down low, Chloe Smith tries to bully ball her way through London, spins off, and scores to get the career high. 21 points for Chloe Smith. Right side, wide open three for London, misses long, and Brown gets the opposite side rebound. Puts it on the floor, running down the sideline. 3-on-2 for Franklin Simpson. Brown sends it left corner. Nolan for three. Why not? Naja's got 13.
Talk about insult to injury. This team has shot so many threes and are converting on nearly half of them.
Naja's made three. She's got 13 points down low. Jolly steps through. Franklin Simpson thought she took an extra step stepping through. She gets the layup to go, and then a bump is called as Ray was trying to dribble it down the right sideline. With 5:23 left to go in the game, Franklin Simpson up 64-35. Naja Nolan, my goodness, what a tournament she's had. Her and Chloe Smith have been the X factors in this tournament.
They have. And Naja Nolan 3 for 5 from three in the game. And I said nearly half this team was shooting from three. They're actually shooting over half, 4 for 7 from three so far in the game.
Cawthorn left corner, looks for Smith, now goes up top. Nolan to Ray, off the dribble, gets inside, runner misses short. Chloe Smith rebound, bumped! They wave off the basket. She shot the ball as soon as she got it. I don't know how they waved that off. She's still standing at the free throw line to take the and one opportunity. Instead, they wave off the basket. And the Lady Cats will have a baseline inbound now in the bonus for the final 5:02 of this game.
I think they called it on her way down from the rebound.
Ray immediately goes into Cawthorn, and she scores anyways from 5 feet out. Larisha keeps the streak alive. We talk about it, 15-plus points. She's got 15 on the dot, 47 of 51 games. Down low again, swirling around is Jolly on the block. She's able to score. She's in this quarter alone, got 7 points, and now 10 for the game. Nolan, right corner three. Missed it off the front side of the rim, goes to the opposite block, and Cawthorn collects and scores there. I think everyone on Metcalfe caught watching that, expecting it to go in.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't really get out of my seat much when we're broadcasting, but I had to get out of my seat if she was going to make that shot.
68-37, Franklin Simpson, 4:20 left to go in the ball game. Left side, London takes an extra step as she was trying to get around Ray on the far side.
And again, this is a Metcalfe team that is really good. I mean, we saw them beat the likes of Warren East.
They're 27-5.
27-5, one of the best teams in the region. I mean, obviously they're in the region championship, but Franklin
They beat
Simpson,
Barron County in the regular season. Beat the 5-time defending champs Bowling Green as Ray misses a right elbow jumper. And they've had a fantastic season. Emphasize, they're going to be back. They're going to be considered by most co-favorites in this region alongside Barron County next year. Left side three-pointer fired up and swished home by Glass. Lady Hornets have hit a couple of threes in this fourth quarter after going just 1 for 5 through the first 3 quarters. They scored 14 points, and we played just over halfway through the fourth frame, but TB just a little too late.
Yeah, and a lot of it's because of the defense. The defense wasn't there for Metcalfe. Just a lot of open baskets for Franklin Simpson, and you can match offensive production, but at the end of the day, kind of like that Logan County Franklin Simpson game with the boys, after that first half, the defense wasn't there, but then they matched production. It just didn't matter.
Cawthorn gives to Ray up top, 3:15 left to go. Vanessa drives right now, pulls it back out up top and gives it over to Smith, being hounded by London. Now to Cawthorn at the midcourt logo with 3:05 left to go as Coach Taylor will take a 30-second timeout. 68-40, Franklin Simpson leads it. The Lady Cat faithful, I'd say they can start to feel it. They've been feeling it now since the opening quarter of this game that Franklin Simpson led 16-5 after. Metcalfe County, a great job responding. Came out, started the second quarter with a quick 7-0 run, but just as we saw in the South Warren game in particular, every time there was a potential for a run, Franklin Simpson immediately shut it down.
Yeah, they would shut it down and then go on their own run themselves multiple times throughout the game. And, yeah, like you said, I mean, it seemed like the beginning of each of these quarters, Metcalfe would start off really well, especially on the defensive end, too, causing Franklin to turn the ball over a couple of times. But it seemed like as the quarter kind of settled in and both teams really got on the court and was running up and down, after that, Franklin Simpson just couldn't be matched.
Metcalfe County scored the first basket of this game 40 seconds in. They led for 51 seconds after that. Since that point on, Franklin Simpson has led for the entirety of this game, 68-40. With 3:06 left to go between the Lady Cats and their first region title since 2009 and the first region championship for fifth-year head coach Ashley Taylor. Cawthorn up top was trying to give it to Brown on the right side, but she started to cut, and Larisha took an extra step and walked with it. Things have gotten a little looser here in the fourth quarter. Not quite the tight execution, TB, that we saw through the first three quarters that saw Franklin Simpson rack up 21 assists to just 3 turnovers. Ball up top. London guarded by Cawthorn. Drives left into the body of Larisha, who tries to block the shot and is called for a foul. And again, did not disagree with the call. I had this pointed out to me today by the wise sage that is Hal Schmidt, the color guy for WKU men's basketball on the radio, and today he was with me on the TV. He said, I've never seen a player agree with a foul call.
Yeah, not too often you see somebody do. That's funny.
First free throw goes through for Cassidy London, the senior now with 8 points. What a historic season for her. First team All-Region, 20-plus scores 7 times. As she buries the second free throw, just 9 points tonight. The Lady Cats have done a great job against her. Had 8 turnovers through the first 3 quarters. Cawthorn slips through 2 defenders, gives it to Smith at the free throw line. Larisha cuts from the right side. Beautiful play, and the Lady Cats get another beautiful bucket.
I mean, right now, the play designs are just phenomenal from this coaching staff, and the players are executing it to perfection as well.
Larisha now with 19 points after a scoreless first quarter. Ball knocked away up top. Brown was able to take it out of the hands of Blythe, and it's picked up by Savage. 70-42, 2:10 left to go as Brown trots across half court. Sanaya Downey, Talia Spencer will check in at the next timeout. Smith, left elbow, gives it to Cawthorn, top of the key. Larisha doubled to Savage. Looks right corner. Brown, who holds with under 2 minutes left to go, and now wraps back up top. Spins off a defender. Help comes. Left side, Majayla Butler steps into a mid-range jumper. It's pushed long and rebounded by London on the opposite side. Cassidy London brings it across herself. Drives into Savage, takes a bump. No, offensive foul called. Lanaya Brown slipped in to take the charge.
And that was the first charge call we've seen all game. Usually this team is all on the court. And now the Franklin Simpson, both teams empty the benches, and the celebration starts to begin.
Out come the core for Franklin Simpson that dominated this basketball game. Chloe Smith done with a career-high 21 points. She and Larisha Cawthorn combining for 40 in this region title affair. Talia Spencer, Sanaya Downey, Abby Riley, Mila Rigsby, and Mackenzie Taylor on the floor with 1:35 left for Franklin Simpson. Down low, Riley gets inside, missed the layup long. Downey with a rebound, her putback no. It goes out to Spencer, her jumper won't go, and the Lady Cats get 3 tries at a bucket. All of them just hang up on the rim but won't fall through. Right side, London flips up a shot, it misses, and I like this decision on the other side for Coach Coleman to leave her lone senior out there. I know some might say, well, why is one starter still in? Leave her out. Now take her out by herself and let her have her moment as she'll come out of the ball game and gets a standing ovation from the Metcalfe County fans behind their bench, embraces her head coach Heidi Coleman, finishing an incredible career. Here is a Metcalfe County Lady Hornets leading this team to their first region championship game since 1992. The same team that her coach was a sophomore on. Under a minute left to go now as Metcalfe County works it around the perimeter. Bowles gets inside, flips it up with the right and scores. Bowles, and if nothing else, she's played a great game.
She has.
She's got 4 now in the quarter with a chance for a 3-point play. The 8th grader averaging 1.6 per game will go to the line as Madeline Dean comes out. Becca Luttrell, who was just checked in for Franklin Simpson, got her steps out there in Diddle. She'll come out of the ball game. Free throw up and good for Bowles.
And again, Metcalfe County, nothing to hang your head on. I mean, you've had a phenomenal season, coached very well by Coach Heidi Coleman, who Again, we saw her flashes of her excellence in this game. A lot of those under the basket plays. This team, again, like we said over and over, it's going to be a reckoning coming next year.
Rigsby gets the left block with 30 seconds left to go in the game. Out to Riley. Spin move at the elbow. Inside. She banks home the jumper from the middle of the lane.
And to talk about a player that next year is going to step up big for this team and showing how good she is.
Left corner three, misses short. Rebound is collected and thrown back up. Shot misses for Sarah Guiley. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Metcalfe with 10.4 seconds left to go, with Franklin Simpson leading 72-45.
And the Cats chants roaring now in Tittle Arena.
Inbound pass comes in. Metcalfe County works it around. 5 seconds left to go in this ball game. 72-45 the score. Jumper up at the horn. You can pencil it in. Final 72-45. The Franklin Simpson Lady Cats are 4th region champions for the first time since 2009. A team that a year and a day ago today experienced heartbreak, setback, but they rally back from all of it. The Lady Cats tabbed as favorites coming into the season. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't flawless. They were tested, they were battled, but tonight they emerge as region champions and will head to Lexington, Rupp Arena, for the state tournament on Wednesday for a date with one of the best teams in the state, George Rogers Clark, the champions of the 10th region. The trophy presentation about to take place, so we'll step away. When we come back, we get you all the final numbers from this one. Again, your final, 72-45. Franklin Simpson takes it over Metcalfe County in the 4th region championship game. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
Tonight's championship shirts have been provided by of the USA Sport. Congratulations, Franklin Simpson. We wish you the best luck at the 2025 state tournament in Lexington. You will play George Rogers Clark, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday night. The 10th region winner, they defeated Bishop Roberts 71-36 tonight. The 4th Region Athletic Directors Association presents an award for the top performer in every sport for the current year. This is voted on by all athletic directors in the 4th Region. Presenting this award is Cameron Cook from Allen County, Scottsville. This year, the 4th Region Athletic Directors Association Player of the Year in Girls Basketball from Franklin Simpson, Larisha Cawthorn.
Back with you inside Tittle Arena as the Lady Cats have received their trophy. Larisha Cawthorn just honored as Region Player of the Year. She embraces with head coach Ashley Taylor, 72-45. They win it over Metcalfe County here tonight. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you. And TB, this was as complete of a game from Franklin Simpson as we've seen all season long.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how this team was peaking at the right time, and they really showed how dominant they can be, even with one of the best teams in the region that this region has to offer. You know, kind of going through some of the stats, or at least something that just stood out to me, this Franklin Simpson team, again, with the assists we talked about, how they assisted on 23 of the 30 shots that they made. But on those 30 shots that they made, they doubled up the made attempts of Metcalfe County, who had 15.
The Lady Cats, through rebounding and turnovers, able to force the issue. Metcalfe County shoots 43%, a pretty good number. But, TB, one thing we've talked about, the efficiency for Franklin Simpson. How about 52% shooting with only in this ball game of the 30 shots made, only 5 that don't come off an assist?
Yeah, I mean, that was impressive, too. I mean, in the first quarter, it was a little bit rough. They missed quite a few shots, only shot 37% in the first quarter. But after that, I mean, they were just laser-focused, hitting everything and shooting well above 50% in each of the other quarters. And, again, a lot of that part comes to do with Chloe Smith, who shot 10 for 14 from the field. Larisha Cawthorn, 8 for 12 from the field. Nasia Nolan, 5 for 10 from the field. And then add on 3 for 6 from 3. So, I mean, they had 3 players over double digits that really shined and shot the ball well.
And Chloe Smith was the star. But, I mean, realistically here, what makes it so hard to just say, in this case, it was a great individual effort. We've seen, like Larisha Cawthorn, for example, take advantage or take over games where she'd just get the ball up top, drive in, do her thing, and it was all muscle ball, a lot of one-on-one, or in her case, 1-on-3 or 1-on-4. Tonight, so much was assisted, so much facilitated. 5 assists for Chloe, 5 assists for Larisha, and how about the 7 assists from senior point guard Lanaya Brown? She was fantastic tonight.
She was fantastic. I mean, again, outside of the scoring, because she didn't score too much in this game, she had so great timing of her assists and her passes, and even drawing in double teams to get her teammates open. She was phenomenal. And then again, just the rest of the team. Vanessa Ray didn't have the best shooting percentage-wise, but again, impacted the game defensively, and then threw on a couple assists as well for her. 3 steals for her as well. And again, this effort was just a great team effort.
Nasia Nolan, very fittingly named to the all-region tournament team. Could not be more deserving for the effort that she put up. The opening game had 8 points. She comes out. It wasn't her offense. We talked about this. It was purely the energy that was such a massive factor against Barron County in the semifinal game. And then tonight, out of nowhere, comes out with 13 points, makes 3 3-pointers, and the Lady Cats is the team after not making a 3 in the first 2 games of this tournament. And TB, not just the fact that they didn't make a 3. They had only attempted 7 total in the first 2 games. They come out and they go 4 for 8 in this game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they were locked in, and all those threes that they made were wide open. Nothing was really forced. We saw last region tournament where they chucked up a whole lot of threes, and a lot of that didn't come to avail. But this team specifically had a game plan going into this game. They said, hey, no threes unless you're wide open, and those wide open threes translated to 4 for 8.
72-45, the final score. Franklin Simpson takes it with a career-high 21 points from Chloe Smith. Larisha Cawthorn with perhaps the quietest 19 points that a player can score in a basketball game. She finishes with 19 points, 7 rebounds. She came in with double-doubles in 8 of her last 9 double-doubles in the first 2 games of this region tournament. But what I love from Larisha tonight, TB, is I think she was able to recognize all the attention is on me. This is going to be a night for Chloe to dominate. She embraced that role. She still picked up the 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 4 steals. She continues to find ways to impact games. She doesn't have to score 30 points to be the best player on the floor. She can do everything.
She can do everything. And, you know, I give this up to Larisha as well, and I give this to the coaching staff as well, recognizing how the game was going to go. I think this team is so deadly when Larisha doesn't have to do everything on the court. We saw early on in the season where teams were packing the paint, putting 5 people in the paint, and Larisha was really working for every single bucket, and nobody else could score. And that script has flipped because now you're going to have to respect Chloe Smith.
Yes.
You're going to have to respect Nasia Nolan. You're going to have to respect Jasmine Savage, Lanaya Brown, Vanessa Ray, because every single one of these players in any moment of the game can turn it on and score.
They've set up the ladder, and very fitting, Lanaya Brown sprinted up the first 4 steps of that ladder to be the first Lady Cat to cut off a piece of this net here inside Diddle Arena. The same was the case for the 4th region tournament, or the 13th district tournament after that championship game. I've said it before, she was, of everyone, and I know all of these 7 seniors were determined to make it back to this spot. I don't think anyone was more determined than Lanaya Brown. And tonight, Franklin Simpson, they get their ultimate redemption, and they do it in dominant fashion. 72-45, they win in the region championship game over Metcalfe County. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue to celebrate this region title win, and we'll get you set for what's coming up, not just in the state tournament, but before we get there, there's Franklin Simpson boys basketball. The Wildcats will finally get their tenure here at the region tournament underway when they go and take on a Russell County team here inside Diddle Arena. Very talented squad, the runners-up coming out of the 16th district. 72-45, your final score again here from Diddle Arena. Our post-game show rolls on after this on 92.3 WFKN.
What? Okay, thank you. Second quarter. Yeah.
Wait, I don't get the joke. I don't see why it's funny.
Look at me. All right, picture. Good. Thank you.
Back with you one more time from inside Diddle Arena. 72-45, Franklin Simpson takes it over Metcalfe County in the girls' 4th region tournament championship game. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you as TB tonight. Franklin Simpson, they get the 21 from Chloe, 19 from Larisha, 13 from Nasia Nolan. A hard-fought 9 points from Vanessa Ray in this one, as all the Lady Cats, for the most part, have gotten their piece of the net from the left goal here inside Diddle Arena. The job not done. Still a trip to Rupp Arena awaits. Franklin Simpson knows that the task is a tall one, with George Rogers Clark waiting, the consensus number 2 ranked team in the state behind Sacred Heart. They win their Region 10 championship 71-36, the final score in their game tonight. But all along, the goal was to get to Rupp. And now that you're there, now that you've gotten past the first road marker of Diddle and you're headed on to Lexington, as we've learned, anything is possible from this point on.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, and especially in any given game is possible. We've seen from this team that they can battle adversity, but we also seen that this team, when they're firing on all cylinders, they are one of the best, if not the best team in this state. I think if they have a good game plan going in, obviously this coaching staff has been building the schedule to have a chance to get to Rupp Arena in the way of they're being prepared. And so as they go on, as long as they have a good game plan and they play hard like they have been all season long, there's no reason to doubt that they can't make a run.
And for the first time this year, they're going to be able to play as the underdog. And that's a completely different ball game of having the pressure of the world as the favorite on your shoulders, as Franklin Simpson was able to survive just that with a 72-45 win here tonight. The Lady Cats will open the state tournament inside Rupp Arena Wednesday, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central in Lexington against George Rogers Clark. But we've got another broadcast before then. Tuesday, the Franklin Simpson boys take on Russell County here inside Diddle at 6:30. We'll be on the air at 6:15 for that one on WFKN. And then for that Rupp Arena matchup against George Rogers Clark, we'll be again on the radio. We will bring that broadcast to you, 4:45 Central, 5:45 Eastern Time. We will be on the air any and all games that the Lady Cats play in Lexington. We will bring them to you on WFKN. Again, your final score tonight, 72-45. The Lady Cats of Franklin Simpson region champions for the first time since 2009. For my partner, Tavius Babb, back in the studio, Kendra Holt doing a fantastic job as always. I'm Tyler Eaton. We'll see you back inside Diddle Arena Tuesday night at 6:15, and then Wednesday, it's on to Rupp as the Lady Cats head to the state tournament. You can hear it all right here on 92.3 WFKN.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done.